I've decided that I'm going to do a couple of videos on being a man, or at least what it means to be a man. And that may sound like a simple topic, and why would I even bother talking about it? But the truth is, it's not as simple as one might think. So let's start sort of in the beginning. So growing up, I knew how to be a child, and I knew how to play. I learned how to go to school. I learned to fly under the radar when it came to discipline. And I would say that I generally grew up as quite a sensitive child, and I thrived on good wishes and encouragement from my peers and my teachers, and I was hurt by people who put me down. I never really learned how to defend myself in physically, and my mother always encouraged me to be a pacifist. In fact, I think our whole family was made that way. I know that my father had a temper, but I only saw it once or twice, and frankly, it scared me, and so I generally didn't react in that way. But it didn't do very well for me in terms of toughening up. And so when I see many families around me these days, the kids are naturally toughened up by their fathers, who are quite rough with them. And instead of seeing a sensitive child in pain, I saw a tough little guy who relishes the challenge. But for me, that never happened. And so, yeah, I want to just explore, how does one realize how you should behave when you become a man? I certainly know that when I got to 18 years old and I left school, I really had no idea. So where I live, we had compulsory military service when I was 18 in any case. And so I went off to the infantry and did 6 weeks of hard basic training, and then went on to do a whole bunch of other stuff. But it certainly was a time of getting toughened up, but also a very difficult time for me, because by definition, I was not tough. I was not good at being bullied, at taking orders, at being belittled constantly, and it cost me a huge emotional price to go through that process. I certainly came out stronger, and realizing a bit more of how unfair the world actually is, and how your life is not actually your own, even though it might seem so. And so, yeah, having come through that, I was a young man, completed in military service and ready to start my career. And, you know, date and get married and start a family. But in hindsight, I wasn't even nearly ready emotionally for all those things. And so, yeah, I want to spend the next couple of videos thinking back on my childhood and what made me who I was, and how I've matured over the years and realized what it really is to be a man. And hopefully this can help someone else who who is maybe struggling with the exact same problems. So watch this space.